There's a saying that goes, "Behind every successful man there is a woman." In SpaceX's success story, Gwynne Shotwell stands behind Musk. Most of the time, all the credit goes to Musk. But the president of SpaceX is more deeply involved in the company's operations than Musk ever is. This is because Musk has multiple companies to oversee, and he has entrusted SpaceX to capable hands. When Gwynne Shotwell joined SpaceX in 2002, the company was a small startup with big goals but a lot of challenges. SpaceX was founded by Musk in 2002, with the goal of making space travel cheaper and eventually sending people to Mars. However, the company faced financial problems, technical issues, and doubt from an aerospace industry dominated by big companies like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. At the time, SpaceX had a small team of engineers working in a warehouse in El Segundo, California. The company was focused on building its first rocket, the Falcon 1, but progress was slow and money was tight. Musk had invested much of his PayPal earnings into the company, but success seemed unlikely. SpaceX was burning through cash quickly, and failure seemed almost certain. Gwynne Shotwell, an experienced engineer and businesswoman, joined SpaceX as vice president of business development. Shotwell played a major role in securing contracts and handling the tough world of aerospace sales and negotiations. While Musk was the visionary driving SpaceX's long-term plans, Shotwell was the practical force keeping the company running. SpaceX's first attempts to launch the Falcon 1 were full of problems. Between 2006 and 2008, the first 3 Falcon 1 launches failed, costing the company money and morale. By 2008, SpaceX was close to bankruptcy. It was Gwynne Shotwell's determination and negotiation skills that helped save the company. In late 2008, Shotwell finalized a $1.6 billion contract with NASA under the Commercial Resupply Services program. This contract, which required SpaceX to deliver supplies to the International Space Station, gave the company the financial stability it needed. Gwynne Shotwell's contributions to SpaceX went far beyond securing contracts. As the company's president, she oversaw a period of incredible growth and innovation. Under her leadership, SpaceX achieved milestones that changed the aerospace industry. One of the biggest achievements was the development of reusable rocket technology. The Falcon 9, first launched in 2010, became SpaceX's most reliable rocket. In December 2015, SpaceX successfully landed the first stage of the Falcon 9 rocket, reducing launch costs significantly and making space more accessible. Shotwell marketed this achievement to customers and secured launch contracts, helping SpaceX become a leader in the industry. By 2024, the Falcon 9 had flown over 120 successful missions carrying satellites, cargo, and crew. Shotwell also managed the development and use of the Dragon spacecraft, the first commercial spacecraft to deliver cargo to and from the International Space Station. The first successful cargo mission happened in 2012, marking a huge step for SpaceX and the commercial space industry. The Dragon program grew to include the Crew Dragon, which took astronauts to the International Space Station for the first time in May 2020 under NASA's Commercial Crew program. All of these achievements are significant, but they pale in comparison to what Gwynne Shotwell has accomplished with the Starship rocket. This rocket is the largest and most powerful ever built, designed to carry humans to Mars and beyond. Many critics doubted that such an ambitious vehicle could ever lift off from Earth, let alone achieve its goals. However, SpaceX proved everyone wrong when they launched Starship for the first time on April 20, 2023, from their Boca Chica launch site in Texas. The first fully stacked Starship launch was a milestone for SpaceX and the aerospace industry. Despite its dramatic end with the rocket exploding mid-flight due to issues with stage separation, the launch demonstrated that the rocket could successfully clear the launch pad and achieve significant altitude. This was a critical step forward for the program, proving that the immense thrust of its 33 Raptor engines could lift the massive rocket into the sky. The second launch, conducted on November 18, 2023, showcased significant improvements. SpaceX had addressed the stage separation issue, and the rocket achieved higher altitude and performed more planned maneuvers, Although it still ended in an explosion during re-entry, this flight provided valuable data that informed future designs and optimizations. By the end of 2024, SpaceX had conducted 6 Starship test flights in total, each building upon the lessons learned from the previous attempts. The last 2 launches, Flights 5 and 6, were particularly noteworthy for their success and advancements. Flight 5, launched on October 13, 2024, marked a historic milestone. It was the first time the Super Heavy booster successfully returned to the launch site and was caught by the mechanical Mechazilla arms. Flight 6, conducted on November 19, 2024, focused on the Starship's upper stage capabilities. It successfully reignited its Raptor engines in space and deployed a payload simulator. Now, SpaceX is preparing for the 7th Starship test flight, scheduled for early 2025. This mission will include upgrades to the rocket's payload capacity and enhancements to flight duration. It aims to achieve a near-orbital mission, a critical step toward human missions to Mars and other deep space destinations. Some might argue that SpaceX succeeded simply because there were no other private space companies at the time, but that is far from the truth. Blue Origin, founded around the same time as SpaceX in 2000, had similar ambitions but vastly different results. While SpaceX conducted 79 launches in 2023 and over 90 in 2024, Blue Origin managed just 2 launches in 2023 and 3 in 2024. Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket, touted as a competitor to the Falcon Heavy, has yet to make its debut. Their repeated delays and lack of operational capacity highlight the stark contrast between the two companies. The revenue gap is equally striking. SpaceX generated an estimated $8 billion in revenue in 2023, primarily from commercial launches, government contracts, and the rapidly expanding Starlink service. Meanwhile, Blue Origin's revenue was estimated at under $1 billion, mainly from suborbital tourism and limited commercial payloads. This discrepancy also extends to their valuations. SpaceX, valued at over $150 billion, dwarfs Blue Origin, which is valued at approximately $10 billion. The numbers speak for themselves. SpaceX is in a league of its own. Now, rumors suggest that Blue Origin is considering acquiring United Launch Alliance to improve its standing and narrow the gap with SpaceX. ULA, a joint venture between Boeing and Lockheed Martin, is valued at approximately $4 billion. Acquiring ULA would give Blue Origin access to a well-established infrastructure, experienced workforce, and a strong portfolio of government contracts. ULA's Atlas V and Vulcan Centaur rockets are widely used for high-profile missions, including contracts with NASA and the U.S. Department of Defense. In June 2024, ULA secured a significant share of the $5.6 billion National Security Space Launch Phase 3 contract alongside SpaceX. If Blue Origin successfully acquires ULA, these lucrative government contracts would bolster its revenue and credibility. Additionally, ULA's existing relationships with government agencies and a proven track record of reliable launches would be a major boost for Blue Origin's reputation. This move could help Blue Origin develop its New Glenn rocket more effectively and increase its launch frequency, making it a more serious competitor in the space industry. However, even with ULA's assets, Blue Origin will face significant challenges in catching up to SpaceX's unparalleled dominance in innovation, cost-effectiveness, and reliability. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.